So, emotes in Battlegrounds. Some people love them, some people think they're toxic. Today, we're going to be going over the different types of people that use these emotes. There's about 20 of them now, there's quite a lot, so let's just jump into it. If your go-to emote is the Hercules emote, you're clearly a 6'9" Mega Chad. You pronounce photon, you pronounce Magneto like you're supposed to. You barely play Battlegrounds, but when you do, you go on a 20 match winning streak and you'll win Battleground matches with underrated champs like Nova and Punisher 2099. Basically, if you use the Herc emote, you're a Sigma. There are two different types of Loki laughers in this world. The first are very respectable Battleground players. They only laugh at modders, restarters, or people they just plain don't like, which is understandable. But the second type of Loki laughers are Uru demons. These guys are stuck in Victory Track, they are stuck in Gamma. No offense to you if you are, but these guys have a whale roster, but they're still stuck in Uru. They can't make it out. They barely win any Battleground matches, but when they do, they Loki spam their opponent to make themselves feel better about their own skill issues. If you use the Piggy Emote, you are a absolute baller. You are a millennial. You say cook 100 times a day. You send the skull emoji after every single sentence. You think games like Fortnite are cringe, and that's why you're playing Battlegrounds. If you use the Cap Salute Emote, you are not a real person. You are a bot made by Kabam to grind Battlegrounds. Or if you are one of the few real people to use this emote, you eat plain toast with no butter. You won't watch shows like South Park because they are too offensive. The pointing emote, on the other hand, is a massive W. If you use this, you are extremely based. You don't like the whole GG's thing, so you just point at your opponent, win or lose. These guys are normally pretty fun to play in Battlegrounds. Picture this, you've just been on a 10 match losing streak. You've lost over 150 points. You're on the verge of tears, you're raging, you're tilting. And now you match Barrow, man. You know you're going to lose this match. You know you're going to lose another 20 points. So you use the Kitty emote to express the fact that you're cooked. These guys are normally respectful Battlegrounds players. They just tilt a lot. A lot of people use the Tiger emote. And these guys are hard Battleground grinders. They just want to say GG's, good game. But in the most zesty way possible. Long shot users are normally pretty scummy. If they win the match, they will say GG's, they will spam loads of emotes, but if they lose the match, they will forfeit straight away out of rage, no emotes. If you use the Misty emote, you take Battlegrounds way too seriously. This is the type of guy that if you beat them in a match, they will threaten you with a real life Battlegrounds match. If you use the bear emote, you are the type of guy that thinks SpiderMan 2099 is the best science in game, even though he was never really that good because he hits like a noodle. Oh look guys, he can reverse power gain. Well, Chavez does that and she actually does damage. Photon. Yes, photon, not photon. I see you guys in the comment sections. I know I am pronouncing it wrong. I just don't care. But if you use this emote, you play Battlegrounds 25 hours a day, but you tell people you only push Battlegrounds in the last few days of the season. If you use Sunspot, you're the type of guy to think he's the main character. You just did a perfect Hercules versus Mysterio fight, and you're incredibly proud of it. You bragged to your alliance that you could push for Celestial 1 if you really wanted to, but you just don't have the time for it, even though you have 1 million points in the Battleground solo event. Only massive trolls use the Gwenpool emote. These people are permanently online. They sit in the MCOC Discord server all day arguing about which champions are mid. They are probably a Reddit mod for multiple servers, but they will never admit that. If your go-to is Shang, you accuse people of modding whenever you lose a match. You sent a ticket to Kabam because someone crossboned your thing in 30 seconds. You just don't understand how Battlegrounds works. Hello users, cannot make it out of stone 1. They don't understand how to equip the Sasquatch or the Crypool emote, which are obviously superior. They blame all their losses on their drafts, but they will try to do matches like Hulkling versus Longshot. Black Widow users are complete simps. They have a choreography of photos of Scarlett Johansson on their wall. Avoid these people at all costs. Warlock spammers have a problem. All their friends find them annoying. They get kicked out of Call of Duty lobbies for constantly telling unfunny jokes. Basically, complete degenerates. If you spam Iron Man, you are simply a fan of the best defender in game, the Infinity Goal, and you need to express that in any way possible. Nobody, and I mean nobody, likes Iron Fist spammers. These guys think they're the best Battleground players around, but in reality, if they have to fight Onslaught, they eat an SB1 to the face and die. Avoid getting Iron Fisted at all costs. Deathless Guillotine users, they're just plain emos. Sentinel users hate Battlegrounds. They don't even want to be here, but they need to play a couple matches per season for the outdated rewards. Most of the time, these guys don't even make it to Gladiator Circuit. The Hello emote is a massive W. Most people up in Celestial know each other, so this is very common. If you use this, you're just happy to be playing Battlegrounds, win or lose. You probably waffle a lot in line chats as well. If you use the Misty emote, you're an old head. You're about 60. You have no idea how to draft. You'll use Domino on a tack when your opponent has no tech champions. You can't see the screen properly because one of your eyes don't work, but the blue pops out to you, and that is why you use the Beast emote. SpiderMan users are your filthy casuals. They only play this game because they like Marvel. They're a fan of Spider-Man. They don't try hard in Battlegrounds at all, but they still argue in the global chat about why Yondu is the most underrated champ in game and how Herc is actually ass and extremely overrated. If you use the Deadpool Bullseye emote, straight up, you'll just cringe. And lastly, Rocket Emote users. These guys think they have a trick up their sleeve. These guys think they're big brain. But once they use this emote, they've alerted their opponent that they have a strategy. And most of the time, their opponent clocks onto it and they lose the match because of it. But that's the end of the video. Obviously, this was all just a big joke, a bit of fun. If you got offended by this, I don't know what to tell you. Learn how to take a joke. There are a few emotes I left off the list, like the Jubilee one, because what am I supposed to say about it? Oh, you're shocked your opponent cooked. Wouldn't be very interesting for the list, would it? But yeah, if you want a part 2, I'm sure Kabam will keep making new emotes, so I'll be able to make a part 2 in the future, if that's what people want. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.